Okay, in this video today, we are going to talk about why I switched to cloth pads and reasons to switch to cloth pads. Okay, so if you haven't seen any of my other videos, I do have to wear liners every day. And if I wear any kind of disposable pad for more than a few days, I do get very irritated and it becomes unmanageable to the point that I just have to stop wearing them and let it all kind of like heal or, get better, whatever's going on, before I can wear them again. And so I just didn't wear liners and, would kind of have issues with that because, I really need to be wearing them. So when I started cloth diapering my daughter, and I kind of just came onto that by accident too. She, was having issues with all kinds of different disposable diaper brands and all of that, and we just, I was airing her out a lot, trying to get the rashes and all that to go away, and I was just looking for something. So yeah, and a long story short, I just started cloth diapering, and I started buying from websites like Kelly's Closet and stuff like that. And then I went into the section Mom, and I had heard of menstrual cups, but I do not use tampons. I've never been one to stick stuff. No, not me. I've always used pads. So when I went into the Mom section, I was looking and I was like, they have cloth pads. It's like, and I thought about it and thought about it. And so I went on to Amazon, which was stupid. This is what I did with the diapers. And I bought some, which they're not the greatest, or they're not the most horrible cloth pads. I think I got for $30, I got a set of 6. And they're charcoal bamboo. So they weren't horrible. I was like, I really like this. I think I could do this. And so I ordered a few bamboo velour from Kelly's Closet, and that are pink lemonade, and I was like, oh, I really like these. These are so much more comfortable. They do not bother me. I was like, oh, I have to buy all kinds of these. So they were out of stock, and I didn't really know Pink Lemonade's website, or didn't really know much about cloth pads in general. I just knew that I liked them way more than disposables. So they come back in stock, and I order them. And to start with, I have them in front of me. So to start with, from Amazon, I bought this pad right here. It's the charcoal bamboo. And it really does absorb nicely, and it does not stain. But it can lick from the stitching right here. So not that great. Can't really use this at night. It's a great daytime pad, traveling, such, but can't really use it at night. So then I was ordering these pads, bamboo velour, from Pink Lemonade. And then I accidentally, I really like those, so then I accidentally ordered a Minky pad, and I was like, oh my god, what is this material? It's amazing. So then I decided Minky was my favorite, but I was like, well, why stop at Minky? Let's try everything, because that's just the kind of person I am. I want to try everything, see what I like best. So then I got the Free Party in My Pants, Luxe, I think it's I don't know, the liner, the flannel topped, and I like that. I like flannel, but still Minky is absolutely my favorite. I'm all about soft material, love it. And I recently started trying cotton. I made a few flannel and cotton for myself to use in the beginning because I didn't have enough pads to go through a whole cycle. But I just recently really love this print from Pink Lemonade, and it was a cotton, so I like it. Going out, cotton is a little bit cooler than Minky this time of year in the summer. So even though it's not my cotton's not my favorite, it is nice and cool, cooler. And then at night in the summer, I do continue to use the Minky. Don't get me wrong, I use the Minky in the summer during the day now, but it's probably going to be just a little bit better in the winter. Okay, so let's go over. I have, as I know right now, I'm going to say the toppings for pads, they come in cotton, Minky material, Fleece, Bamboo Velour, and Charcoal Bamboo. That's what I have, and I haven't seen any other material, so comment down below if you have. I think anything can be used at the back. A lot of people will do hidden PUL or PUL in the back. They'll do nylon, Winpro fleece, anti-pull fleece, flannel. They'll do just cotton, all sorts of things. I really prefer the Winpro fleece. That's just my preference. So that's what I like. Let's talk about reasons to switch. And I will tell you if any of these have affected me and if any of these have helped. I have now gone through 3 cycles using cloth pads. Okay, reason number 1, your menstrual cramps, infections, and skin rashes will reduce when using cloth pads. Okay, so as I said, I did switch because of skin irritation and rashes. So I would say yes, definitely that will go away as long as you're not allergic to the fabric. Some people are super sensitive and you just want to make sure you're not allergic, but you are going to be able to find a fabric that works for you. So I do get a lot of bladder infections and such, so I mean, I haven't had any in these 3 months, and I do get them regularly, so, and I don't know about yeast, and I've never really had a yeast infection, so I can't really tell you about infections, because personally I haven't experienced a change. Menstrual cramps, I have experienced a change. I would cramp very badly, to the point I did have to take medicine to really be able to function properly. And now I do still get cramps, but they are light enough to where it doesn't bother me if I do not have medicine available or cannot take medicine. They're just light, kind of just, oh, they're there cramps, you know, not pleasant, but not bad, which I'm ecstatic. I just thought that was something you had to deal with. But obviously, disposable pads are really apparently not that great for your body. You never hear about this stuff. You never realize how many chemicals you're actually putting into your body and with everything, and it's a little scary. Okay, so let's talk about reason number 2. Well, I kind of just got into this. Reusable options are healthier. Disposable pads are exposed to herbicides and pesticides and all sorts of harmful chemicals. Everything we use nowadays, chemicals, food, they have all sorts of chemicals. And I'm not saying you need to be some hippie, crazy, you know, anti-everything. But if you can put less chemicals into your body, that's not a bad thing. I mean, look at how much cancer and how much all of this stuff that we've got nowadays. And I would like to think that is probably because of the way we live. So many chemicals constantly going into our body, the air, everything we use, we eat, you know. And if you can find a way that works for you to reduce that a little bit, in my book, that's great. You know, go for it. Don't put others down for doing that. And that really is what gets me. I don't care if you use disposables. If they work for you, great. They didn't work for me. And so I use cloth pads, and people tell me, oh, that's disgusting. How could you do that? But that's what works for me. That's what I do. That's what I like to do. So let me do it. Back off. Okay, so reason number 3 to switch to cloth pads is that you can save money. Okay, so let's say that you're going to spend about $6 a pack for your disposable, and I'm just talking about pads because I really don't use tampons. Not a big tampon person, not a big, you know, wouldn't try cup, you know, so that's not, I'm talking about pads. So say you are going to get $6 for a pack. Say you are you have a light cycle, so you're going to use half a pack a month. Say you need 35 years. That's going to add up to over $1,200 for your lifetime. And say you're a little bit heavier flow, you're going to have over $2,500 in your lifetime. Let's say, just say, you know, the average of 35 years. Okay, so my cloth stash. I have, let's see, it's growing totally because I'm totally addicted to buying these things. So, but you could totally do a stash over your whole life for under $300. So there would be a pretty good savings. I mean, you would save $1,000 if you were somebody that used half a pack, and you would save over $2,000 if you're somebody that uses a whole pack a month. My stash consists of, because I wear liners every day, I have at least 7 liners. I have regular pads. I have like 10 regular pads right now and 5 nighttime pads. And that works really well for me right now. Really, I could make my period work with 2 or 3 nighttime, 4 or 5 regular, and I can make that work easy. So you really don't need, you need maybe 10 pads to make it and work for your cycle. Okay, so reason 4 that you should consider switching. You're helping out the environment. Nearly 20 billion pads and tampons each year in North America are dumped into landfills. You know, eventually we're going to come to that point when we don't really have room to dump all of our garbage and all of that stuff into these landfills. You know, I can't ever speak in these videos, but thank you for bearing with me and going through this anyway. Just trying to, you know, put out some advice and help a little bit if I can. You know, I'm not an expert on this stuff. But, you know, there's going to come a time when we're just putting trash everywhere because we run out of room in these landfills. And I'm not an environmentally crazy person, you know. I, you know, do what I can. I don't try to cause more of a problem, but I don't always try to help the problem. But this is a way to contribute. Cloth diapers, cloth pads. It helps the environment. Okay, reason 5. So by buying cloth pads, you can support independent companies. There's a lot of work-at-home moms that work around their kids' schedules, and they make these pads. And you can order them. You can get pads anywhere from $5 to $10 to $12 a pad, depending on the company. There are bigger name brands like Party in My Pants, Pink Lemonade, Tree Hugger, Glad Rags, some stuff like that. And Tree Hugger is done by a work-at-home mom. Herner has been run it, and Pink Lemonade is also pretty much a work-at-home mom, and so really you're still supporting a family there. But I believe that Glad Rags, and there's a few other companies and stuff that are bigger, they're like corporations, but you can support work-at-home moms buying these pads, which is always a nice thing, you know. I would love to be able to stay home with my daughter, but, you know, once I graduate school in December, you know, college and everything, I am going to have to get a job, and she's going to have to go to daycare or stay with family or something like that. I'm just not going to get to be with her. Okay, so number 6, cloth pads. They can be sanitary. They don't always leak, and they're easy to clean. Come on, people. That's what I said with cloth diapering. It's not that hard nowadays. I mean, some people are they just don't want to try, or they don't want to consider it. The idea is just so foreign to them. I don't know. But most of these pads, they have a waterproof layer. Or they're water resistant. And it's really not that bad. And they fold up once they're used. You don't have to touch them. You don't even have to do anything. You can just use it, fold it up, and then throw it in the washer later. It's not that big of a deal. So, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm sorry it is so long. If you stuck around till the end of this video, thank you for watching. I hope it helped. because I know I really really should have looked at more information and looked at that kind of stuff when I got into this, so I would have had an idea of what brands to buy and just a little bit of advice. And that's why I'm doing these videos, kind of just to help people out, because I know I really kind of should have looked for this kind of stuff, and I know it's out there, but I just wanted to give my opinion and contribute. So if you liked my video, feel free to subscribe. I do cloth diapering, cloth pads, maybe a little bit of makeup here and there, just depending. So if you like that kind of stuff, you can subscribe. Thank you in advance. Thank you for watching my video. Have a great day.